loves, thank you for tuning into my channel. So today I'm coming to you with a video talking about something really personal to me. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much. I hope you fall in love with me and this video and you decide to subscribe. And for all of my subscribers out there, I love you so much. Notification squad, where you at? So I am a mom of two. I have a daughter who's 3 years old. Her name is Elle. And I have a son who is 5 years old. His name is Joel. My husband and I have come to the realization that 2 children is enough. We're good. We don't want no more. Okay? So with that being said, I've been thinking about different types of birth control. Since I've had my children, I've been on the pill. I've been on the pill, and I would say that I am really good at taking my pill. I usually don't miss a day, but I have had moments when I've missed a day. One of the components of my work is I travel. I travel for work to do speaking opportunities and speaking engagements. And whenever I travel, I find that that's when I miss my pill. I usually pack like a little pouch with all of my toiletries and things that I need, and my birth control pills go in that pouch. And usually, let's say for example, I fly out on a Friday, I will get to the hotel room and I won't unpack my things. Then Saturday morning, which is usually the day of the event, I take things as I need them out of the pack versus like emptying everything all out. And that's usually where the miss of the pill happens, is that morning when I'm taking everything out and I don't visually see my pill. When I'm at home, I actually keep my pill right on top of the vanity area in my bathroom, because if I put it away like in the mirror, or if I put it in a drawer, out of sight, out of mind, I'm not going to see it. And I've tried the scheduling thing, and my reminder will go off, and for whatever reason, if I'm not able to do it at that moment, then it kind of happens later. So it's just more easily for me to just see it. If it's in my view, then I'm going to take it. So usually I'll miss a day, because Sunday, the next day, like when I'm coming home from traveling, I will come home and then I'll unload all of my stuff and then realize, oh my God, I forgot to take my pill yesterday and today. So that's the only time I really miss it. I don't travel every single weekend for work. Sometimes it's one weekend a month, and summer's approaching and it tends to be a lot more aggressive in the summer, like 2 times a month. And there's been months when I've traveled 3 weekends in a month. So with that being said, I've been thinking about it. You know, I definitely know that I'm good with having children, but I don't want to do something as invasive as getting my tubes tied, which I believe is called tubal ligation. My mom and my sister actually have their tubes tied, so I guess I would be keeping it in the family if I decided to do that, but that's not something that I really want to do. So I've actually been looking at intrauterine devices, which is commonly referred to as an IUD. And if you've never seen an IUD, this is what it looks like. They place it in your uterus. I remember prior to like doing the research recently to see and learn about an IUD, I used to think that that long part would sit inside the cervix. And I used to think that it was a plug, and I promise you, this is what I thought up until like a couple months ago when I started looking it up. I had no idea like this thing was in the uterus. So that was an interesting observation. But basically, there's 2 types of like IUDs. There's hormonal and there's not hormonal. There's obviously various reasons why people would decide to go each way. I haven't decided exactly, do I want to go with the hormonal IUD or do I want to go with the copper IUD, which is the one that's not hormonal. But for those of you who have IUDs, I would love for you to share with me some of your experiences. Like, did you choose hormonal? Did you not choose hormonal? Why did you do it? I've heard people who didn't want to go hormonal because of obvious reasons, the hormones. Maybe you're a nursing mom and you didn't want to do it because of that reason. Maybe your insurance did not cover the copper, so you went with the hormonal. Some people like the hormonal because I believe, depending on which one you get, like you don't get your periods anymore. And there's people who are like, I want to get my period. I think that that's weird that I'm not getting my period, so I'm going to go with copper. So whatever that reason is for you, if you have an IUD, please share with me so I can get your feedback, because y'all are my family, y'all my cousins and my aunties. So I would love to know like why you chose the way you went, to just get some more personal feedback. But from what I understand, the IUD will sit in my uterus and the hormones will kill off the sperm. I believe there's 2 different types of hormonal IUDs. So there's 2 types of IUDs, hormonal, and there's non-hormonal. And then within the hormonal family of IUDs, there's 2 different types. There's one that will thicken the vaginal lining and it will send out chemicals that will kill sperm. So sperm still enters the vagina, but it kills the sperm that comes in. And then there's another type of IUD that produces progesterone, which will thicken the mucus inside the cervix. And I thought that the IUD is what was in the cervix, plugging it. But I know now that that's not the way it works. So depending on which IUD, you know, I guess you go with, it'll be putting out progesterone, which is a hormone, and it will thicken the mucus in your cervix so that sperm doesn't enter at all, or it will just send out these chemicals to kill off the sperm that comes in. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this picture, but this picture has me really, really nervous about the effectiveness of an IUD. And I definitely have watched videos that talk about the myths of an IUD. Well, I actually watched one video that talks about the myth of an IUD and how like getting pregnant on with an IUD is very unlikely. So I don't know how this picture happened, but it happened some way, somehow, unless it's Photoshop and it's fake, I don't know. But I'm definitely a little bit nervous about the possibility of getting pregnant, because right now with my oral contraceptive being birth control, I know that as long as I stay on top of it and I'm not missing days, that the likelihood of me getting pregnant is very, very slim. But of course, you know, with anything, there's always a possibility, even if it's just like 0.000001, you could be that person. Although I don't feel like that will be me. So I think I am definitely leaning towards IUD, but I do want to get feedback. I want to know the horror stories. I really do want to know, and I also want to know the success stories. I've watched videos about women's IUD implantation or insertion, and the overall consensus is that it does hurt. Some people who have a higher tolerance to pain have said it hurts, but I didn't think it would. I thought it was going to hurt more than it really did. And then there's people who are just like, oh my God, that was so painful. I'm so happy I don't have to do this again for like 10 years. So obviously, speaking of 10 years, one of the cons of getting the IUD is that I don't have to take something every single day. I'll be taking it for 10 years. Being that I'm 32, it sounds pretty amazing to not have to take a contraceptive for the next, until I'm 42. That sounds really, really awesome. I'm not really sure if not getting my period bothers me that much, because when I was on the shot, I didn't get my period. So I don't really know. I don't know if that really bothers me, but I am definitely interested to know, like, was your experience painful? Would you not recommend it? Would you recommend it? Like, I would love to know what you all think in the comments, because it's something I'm definitely thinking. I was on the pill. I did get the shot. I used to get the Depo shot when I was much younger, and I found that it was really, really, really assisting in me gaining weight, and I'm not trying to see if that's going to happen now. I'm very susceptible to putting on weight. I feel like I can do something in a weekend and gain like 10 pounds, and I don't necessarily want to take the shot knowing that that's a possibility. And I also have thought about the patch, but the amount of people who have talked about blood clots and things like that, I just don't think that the patch is going to be good for me. For some reason, I feel like I've taken the patch. I feel like I took the patch for a period of time when I was much younger, like in high school, because I felt like the shot was really, really putting weight on me, and I stopped it. So that's really all I wanted to share with you all, just what I'm thinking, what I'm going through, and I think I'll probably like make a decision if I'm gonna do it or not by the summer. because it's something I really think I want to do, but I'm just not like at the point where I'm ready to make the appointment and go. Not yet, not yet. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have questions, please ask them below. And don't forget to share your comments with me below as well. And as always, I love you for watching. Bye.